Peter, after the run we've been on, you were looking for a reaction. I guess you're very happy with what you got today.
I'm more than happy. I think when you look at the season as a whole, that win was probably the most important. And the reason why I say that is just the amount of injuries we picked up in the last few weeks. You know, we started the game a bit light in defence, and I thought the way in which we played, we set up and stood up to the Alloa's threat, which is, you know, the balls into the box. I thought we were excellent. So really delighted about that. But on the other side of it, the way in which we played football and passed the ball and moved the ball, and I thought we were really exciting. I'm sure the fans have gone away really happy, although the second half's a little bit nervy, the nervy finish, which is usually, unless you're 3 or 4-0 up, it's going to be a nervy finish because teams throw everything at you. But we stood up to it. And that's the pleasing thing, because I thought last week there was just, you know, we made a few errors, a couple of errors initially, which affected the group. Today there was, you know, we're going to make mistakes, but it didn't really affect the group. We still dug in, defended as a group, defended really well, worked together. You could hear all the players talking to each other and putting demands on each other, and that's what we were asking for. You know, last week there was a meeting after the game for a good 40 minutes, and, you know, the players, it was an open floor. Players were asked to express themselves as well, and, you know, to come today, we're looking for that reaction, to come today and get a win. The manner in which we got the win, the goals we scored, I thought were excellent. So yeah, delighted with the 3 points, but it's only 3 points, 7 games left. Big game next week.
Cup finals, really, that's what's described as, isn't it? 7 cup finals.
They are, but this is where you want to be. You want to be playing games week in, week out. The players out in the park really enjoying themselves and getting a win. But most of the season, I think we've played really good football, but we haven't got the rewards for how we've played. You know, you can talk about the penalty misses earlier on in the season, through the season. Our away form hasn't been good enough. You know, loads of things that we can improve on. The luck that we've had with injuries, as I said, at the minute we've got a lot of injuries. We started the season with a few injuries. Then we had, I think it was Alloa, we played here. We had the 3 hamstring injuries in the space of half an hour. So these little things haven't gone for us this season, but it's up to the players. All you can do is go out in the park and prove how good you are individually and as a group. And today they did that, and we've got 7 games to try and go and keep proving that.
And in terms of the league table, it was an important win today as well, because it means you've closed that gap to 2 points rather than them extending it.
Yep, you're right, but again, anything can happen, and every week we've seen a few strange results today as well. So, you know, we just have to concentrate on what we're doing and try and just keep working as hard as we can. We've got some very good footballers, but young footballers. You've seen Lewis O'Donnell today, he was outstanding in midfield and gets his goal, but he's 19 years old, and I'm quite proud of him today, because the last home game here against Kelty Hearts, he made a mistake for the goal, and, you know, he'll have felt really down for what happened in that game, but then he comes today and, you know, it shows character that he's standing up and he's learning from it. I thought he was really good in midfield. As we said, Reece Lyon, excellent at the back, having to stand in, but I thought Jack Bryden, you know, stood up as a leader. Jack Hanna stood up as a leader today on the park. Liam Smith, Kai Kennedy's first game back after being a long time out, after injuring himself as one of those hamstring injuries at Alloa, against Alloa here. So there's loads of good performances. Jordan Allen up front worked so hard for himself. Yeah, everyone. So, you know, Taylor Charters was asked to play left back, and he did really well until he got injured. Oscar McIntyre was playing a different position as well. So everybody really stood up today, but that's gone now. I know we're going to enjoy our weekend. Obviously, the players, the fans enjoy their weekend, but we've got to come in now next week ready and working out how we go and win a game again the following week, because, you know, results are important and vital.
You talked here about the injuries. Taylor Charters picking up one today. A few people going down with cramp as well. So the cramp, it just shows you the power of work that they put in today.
It does, but I think Adam Brooks he went down with cramp, but he got a stud to the knee, so he was probably carrying himself running for, I think, about half an hour differently. Where he got the kick on his knee, he was running differently, which then forces muscles to work harder than what they should do. So he got cramp. I have got to say a special mention to Harry Cochran as well. Harry Cochran hasn't trained. He didn't train last week. He wasn't available for the game. He hasn't really trained this week. Tried to train yesterday and had to go off the pitch because his knee was sore. We asked him, because we're light on bodies, we asked him, if needed, could we put you on? And he said, yep, I'll do whatever's needed of me. We put him on, and then within the first 10 seconds he goes into a crunching 50-50 with the same knee, and he wins the ball. So that's the type of attitude and the type of desire we need, and it epitomises it for him coming on. Reece Lyon doing an unbelievable job for the team, and at the moment you just need to do a job for the team, and then the players with the quality can step up. And I thought Kai Kennedy's goal was outstanding. Liam Smith's was really good today. We managed to get him on the ball. I'm sure they'd enjoyed themselves. And in the second half, how we had to dig in, because Alloa are going to throw everything at you, because they're a good side too.
And in terms of the other players that are missing, where are we with them?
We have Matty Douglas, who had he's 2.5 weeks post-op. He's had an operation on his cartilage, so he's, the prognosis for him is 4 to 6 weeks, so he's a little bit ahead of the 4. So we'll see how he gets on. Unfortunately, Brendan Dickinson had a hip flexor injury last week, and it looks like he's going to be out for the season and into possibly the start of next season. It's a long injury. Jack Bryden picked up a bad injury last week, and he struggled this week. So that's another one. Mikey Hewitt is a medial injury on his knee, picked up against Stenhousemuir, so he's still about, I'd say, 3 to 4 weeks away maybe. So we're a little bit light. Is there anybody else?
Daniel Church.
Daniel Church as well. Yeah, he came back and trained with us for a couple of days, 3 days, and then got a bad back, so he's not available at all. I think that's it. But there's quite a lot of injuries. I had said in the January time that if we get a couple of injuries, we'd probably be light, and we haven't had a couple. We've had 5 or 6. So that result today is excellent for the way in which the squad was depleted. I thought Josh Walker coming on as well. Again, Josh is really unfortunate. And I've said it before, misses out because there's specific things we say we need from him. But when you put him on, he did really well today. He kept the ball and he was excellent. So we're going to need everybody. We're going to need everybody for the run-in, and hopefully we can get a couple back.
So light that there's a certain Mr. Peter Murphy on the bench?
Yeah, it was me. It's not something I really wanted to do. But when I'm saying that Harry Cochran hasn't trained for 2 weeks, and we're asking him, can you be on the bench, just to give us an option if needed, I felt, and we felt as a staff, that I need to go on the bench just in case there's an injury in the back line, as Oscar and Jack Cannon were only recognised defenders. So that's where we're at the minute. I don't want to play, I don't want to go on, but I'll do a job for the team if I need to do a job for the team also, because the players need that support. And
you mentioned it earlier on, a tough game next week, Dumbarton. I guess the toughest opposition is going to be the pitch.
Absolutely. I think there's 2 games on it next week. Broomhill play on it also. So, you know what you're going to get against Dumbarton. They've picked up a good result today. I think they drew against Arbroath. So nobody's down and out. There's a difficult side to play on their home park. So we've got to make sure we're aware of what we're going to, and we're ready for that battle.